And a good morning to you. Hi, Pee-wee.
Good morning, Pee-wee.
Good morning. I know you are, but what am I? I had the whole series.
You are the guy
on VHS.
You're the guy that came out
I didn't
with
miss
wearing tennis shoes with the suit.
No, that
That's
would
who
be
you are.
Mick Mixon.
Well, let me tell you something. Yeah, Mick did it. You're right. Mick emceed my dad's. He got inducted to the Hall of Fame in Mebane 5 years ago, and Mick came in and did he emceed everything. Sure enough, suit with his shoes, fantastic look.
And the guy
but
don't
Pee-wee
weigh
Herman
73.
started that.
He doesn't weigh 73
No,
pounds.
great guy. Oh, God, he's a great guy though. But Pee-wee Herman started that.
Yes, he
And
did.
he was way ahead of his time.
I don't know about that.
Holy cow.
There was that
man.
dark theater thing. I mean,
Real dark.
you know how that was. Let's see if I've got everything set here. All right. Good morning. Glad to have you with us this morning. I was looking for football last night. I thought there might be some Thursday night football, but I was wrong. There was not any Thursday
Yeah, it wasn't
night
anything
football.
last night. I watched Longmire last night. I've been watching that the last 3 days nonstop.
It was amazing. I
a
saw a
great
game
series.
on the NFL channel, and it was the Jags and the Browns, and I turned it over, and I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen that pass play before. It was a replay. So I just turned it off. I didn't want to see
Look
it
at
again.
that. I can actually read that this morning. Normally I can't see anything on your board. He's already talking about the top 50 prospects of drafting for next year.
No, they started talking about the top 50 prospects of next year after last year's draft.
Man, come on, man.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Come on, man.
Take a chill. Take a chill. This is a story that broke, and I'm still not sure where this is going. It says that the allegations of sexual assault and improper behavior against Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson are being investigated by the FBI, according to Watson's attorney. Now, the reason is because Watson spoke to the FBI about allegations of extortion.
Whoa.
Blackmail. What happens is, I mean, I'm not going to say that he didn't do some of these things. I don't know. But I think there's some other motives in there as well. And if the FBI is involved on extortion, that will benefit Deshaun Watson. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Bill. Said, in April, the FBI came to us and told us they were investigating a matter as to whether Mr. Tony Busby's clients, that's the guy that's representing the 22 lawsuits that are still active, had committed extortion in the way they were demanding money from Deshaun or what they would do if they didn't pay it.
Yeah. Wow.
Once you ask for money to make something go away, that is extortion. That is blackmail, whichever word you want to use.
Yeah. It's terrible is what it is.
And then here's the other side.
Jeez.
According to Deshaun Watson's people, we were not the ones that contacted them. They contacted us. They even interviewed Watson himself. And if y'all can find a lawyer that will let his client talk to the FBI, if the lawyer had a thought his client had anything wrong or had any exposure, then I'd be very, very surprised.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see it cleared up one way or the other. I just feel bad for him. My question, after saying that, is he a Houston Texan at the end of this season?
I mean, I think so. I mean, the longer something goes on, the less things change. Normally when something comes out, it's, you're out of here, or no, you're staying.
Well,
but
it
a lot
depends
of times,
on what you contribute.
No, but
to.
you know what I'm saying. I mean, the narrative is what leads the story, not necessarily the facts. Okay, and that's in anything, unfortunately. And he's played this out a long time, and he may end up not wanting to be there, but the longer it plays out, the longer the more chance he has to stay.
I think the biggest thing is going to be, does the NFL clear him to play week 1?
Yeah.
If they do, then I think there's some suitors that maybe come after him, and a trade's made before the season's over. I'm
that's
not
a good
sure.
point. No, that's a good point.
I'm
I mean,
not sure
that's certainly
I think
a possibility.
that's why all the trade talk went on hold.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to trade somebody who's going to go on exempt list or be suspended.
Right, and they just don't know. I'm with you on that. It's just, but like I said, for whatever reason, this thing continues to play out, and new things keep being introduced or new possibilities. And the more that goes on, the more he stays where he is.
And here's the other side of it is, and I don't like double standards. I've told you from the legal system, you should look up a list. This is third offense. This is what he's convicted of. Here's what you get. The league really did nothing to Bob Kraft over his little tryst, and that's kind of a double standard. I just don't like the way that is. Jason Moose, good morning. Bill, I knew that was going on yesterday, Bill. The American Legion World Series was on yesterday. Did Hawaii win? They were supposedly the favorite, but then I heard later on when the game was going on, and was it Iowa? The team that was playing them had a pitcher that could not be stopped. And I've always said it, from high school ball up, if you don't have a staff, you can't win. I don't care how good you hit it.
Little league ball up.
You got to have a pitcher that can throw it. You got to have more than one.
You do now because you only get to throw like 20 pitches, and you got to take 7 months off.
That's right. So
because you might hurt your arm.
I just
might.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I just thought that when I was told that, I said it was Idaho. Idaho. And looks like Idaho Falls wins consecutive World Series titles. So there you go. Let me verify that. Yep, Idaho Falls. Idaho Post 56. It was the champion from 2019. They didn't have one last year, and this year they went down in American Legion World Series history after winning its second straight title with a 6-1 win over Honolulu. Now, somebody was telling me, because I asked this question, a guy I ran into at the meeting place at lunch yesterday down in Lincoln, he said that the Legion pays the expense for the teams to come. Is that right? I'm saying the National Legion, because I was like, how does Hawaii get here? And he said that the American Legion National pay for the transportation to get the teams because it's a long way from Hawaii to Shelby. I mean, the only thing could be worse.
Pretty far boat ride. Yeah, pretty far boat ride.
Now, the parents and fans, they had to come on their own, but this was at Keeter Stadium at Veterans Field up in Shelby.
I think that's right. I think they pay to get them out, and then, of course, the other expenses, like if you're going to eat anything. Whatever, but
they're the 14th team to appear in back-to-back title games, becoming only the 6th back-to-back champion. Oakland, California, 49-50. Cincinnati, Ohio, 57-58. West Covina, California, 70-71.
New Jersey team at some point, too.
Puerto Rico, 73-74, and Brooklawn, New Jersey.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, they were legit. I can't remember if it was Brooklawn, New Jersey, or one of the other Legion teams, but they used only wooden bats. They didn't use the metal bats, and we're playing the Legion World Series. This is the last time I was down there, which was like in 12 or 13. So.
Now, other teams that advanced to the championship game were New Orleans in 29-30, Trenton, New Jersey, 45-46, Charlotte, 64-65, Tuscaloosa, 66-67, Memphis, 72-73, Boyertown, PA, twice, 82-83 and 87-88, and Eden Prairie, Minnesota in 10-11. That's a nice place.
Yeah.
But Shelby still does not have the accommodations that it needs to really take care of the crowds that come in. You still have to go to Gastonia and some other places.
Yeah, I mean they got area hotels, but I'll tell you that, even in the big cities, when you go and stay at those places, you still have to travel out 25 or 30 minutes a lot of times to get to decent hotels. It's hard to stay at stadiums just because there's just not a lot of hotels around them. So it's it's fairly accommodating, and they do a good job with it. And I'll say it. You can tell kind of the tone of my voice. It's not real exciting to me. I really they've cut it down to 7 innings.
I know.
You know, and you know they've done some things that that are more catered for television than they are for the way that. And again, I'm a dinosaur, so I like the 9 innings. I like the deep bullpen. I don't like the guy with the dominant pitcher that can go 7 innings or 6 innings being the winner. I kind of like the team strategy part of it. But I mean,
not much strategy in baseball anymore.
Well,
unless you're Bobby Dale.
Yeah,
Bobby Dale, the run manufacturer.
Even I mean, I've talked about that too. Now, it's not so much about your team as it is what bullet you're facing. And when I say bullet, the number 1 or number 2 pitcher from another team you face that night, because there's no bullpen anymore.
Right.
And there's some
matchups. And
yeah, man. Well, that's where the real baseball part comes in.
I guess it was on one of the Saturday shows. The guys were talking about it. It's almost like BD knows every pitcher he's got on staff, where they are in their pitch count, how to save them, and so they can get something out of them in this game coming up. And he's always done that. Josh Stewart, good morning. Andrew said, might be interesting to see if the Texans had any indirect involvement in these allegations as a means to punish or run him following his complaints about the organization. Now, I am one of the greatest conspiracy theorists of all time, Andrew, and I have always thought that the timing did not look good because Deshaun was whining and complaining and wanting out of there, and all of a sudden every masseuse he's ever seen says, hey, wait a minute, he asked for things I couldn't provide. I've always had that. Yep. Sorry. Milton, good morning. Josh Stewart says, please get a maiden helmet to replace that other one. Well, in the next break, I'll replace it. But I'm going to tell you, Josh, I don't have a maiden helmet, and you're not going to like the one I'm going to put up there any better. Okay? But you asked for me to replace it, so I'll slide another one in. I do want to thank Lubowitz for that helmet. It is proudly displayed here. Andrew says, me too. If it quacked like a duck, it's probably a duck. Rick Mitchum, good morning. Glad to see you, bud. Glad to have you in here with us as well. We're going to cut short just a little bit. I've got to go on the Fan in Baltimore and do a segment about the Panthers. The Ravens are in town for a game. I got a really good friend.
But you're a Steelers fan.
Huh?
You're a Steelers fan.
I know, but I report on the Panthers because I'm local.
Oh, it's not about the Ravens.
No. I got a really good friend that's he's the morning DJ on the Fan Sports Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he always gets me to come in.
Absolutely.
Jason Moose says, come on forward, get that man a maiden helmet.
We're working on it.
Equipment is hard to come by these
days. Dude, it really is. The supply lines are.
Some of these, one day I've got to show, I've got jerseys in here. I've got West Lincoln and Lincolnton and Maiden jerseys hanging up in here. So I do have other high school jerseys in here as well. Just as long as it's not red and gold, Josh said. Well, here's the deal, Josh. It's red. I'll go ahead and tell you it's red. But we'll see if you like it better. Tarby, good morning. Glad to have you with us.
He will not. I can tell you that right now. He's a Blue Devil.
You had to be careful what you asked for.
Hey, I can tell you right now, he's a Blue Devil. He ain't gonna like it at all.
I did, if I had realized that this was coming, and this is not something that I had envisioned that this would be my man cave and stuff, but my helmet, I had my helmet that was when I was a senior, but when I went into the Lincoln County Sports Hall of Fame, I went ahead and donated it. I put it in the memorabilia thing with my 2 All-Star jerseys, so that's where that got. So I don't have my helmet to put in here. But I've got a West Lincoln helmet. I don't have decals for it. That's the one thing that I'm missing. Four was all upset because Todd McShay's already looking at next year's draft, and we haven't even got started good on this year. But we'll see where that goes.
I mean, some of these people are. So-and-so is going to be the third-ranked son. Where'd that guy come from? What are you talking about?
It's amazing.
He's a 7th-year freshman because NCAA gave everybody 10 extra years to play. Unbelievable.
Did you know that there's a lot of crossover players? Before I take a break, this was a good little story, I thought, of professional wrestlers. That were football players.
Football guys,
The biggest one, the biggest story about the professional football player that went professional wrestling, and this is an older wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Steven, leather helmet. Come on, give me a break now. The biggest name was Big Cat Ernie Ladd, 6'9" defensive lineman back in the 70s.
Whoa!
Left the NFL because he could make 3 times the money in professional wrestling.
Did you say 6'19"?
6'9".
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Not 19. Number 1, Bill Goldberg. Played for the Falcons from 92 to 94.
Oh, he was
tackle.
great,
he
man.
He was a nose tackle.
God.
Roman Reigns. Okay, Roman Reigns. His real name is Joe Anoa'i.
Yes.
And his dad was part of the Wild Samoans. If you remember the Wild Samoans, Rashiki.
That's awesome.
They're cousins. But he played for the CFL, Edmonton Elks. Chief Wahoo.
Oh, yeah, man.
Chief Wahoo McDaniels played for the Houston Oilers in 1960 as a right guard and then a linebacker for the Denver Broncos 61-63, the Jets 64-65, and the Dolphins from 66 to 68. He played in 105 games, had 91 starts, and 13 interceptions. The Chief, that's his real name, Ed McDaniels, just in case you wondered. But, hey, he was a player.
Oh, my gosh.
Lex Luger.
Oh, yeah.
He played for Montreal and some of the USFL games. Played in 14 games. Ron Simmons, of course, I saw Ron the last card show me and Wes went to. Of course, he played with Ottawa and the Tampa Bay Bandits, but where he really made his name was at Florida State, nose guard at Florida State.
Right.
And there's Big Ernie. Big Ernie was the first one. He played for the Chargers from 61-65, the Oilers 66-67, the Chiefs 67-68, played in 112 games, 76 starts, 33 sacks.
Was he the big dog?
Big cat.
Big cat.
6'9", 290. That was a big football player in the 60s.
Whoa.
6'9", 290. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big dude.
But he left professional football because of the money he could make. And, of course, Steve Mongo McMichael, that was a little bit of a fluke. He was more of an NFL. And then if I'm not mistaken, he's got either ALS or Parkinson's. I want to say ALS.
500 knee surgeries.
I think ALS, if I'm not mistaken.
That's terrible. ALS
Brian
terrible.
Pillman, the late Brian Pillman, played for the Bengals in 84, appeared in 6 games. Moose, I have no idea who this guy is. Monty Brown, I got no idea who that guy
Monty.
is. Pac-Man Jones, I didn't know he was wrestling. He's done everything else. But those are, and then there were a couple of honorable mentions. Steve, Dr. Death Williams, of course, Kevin Green. I've got his autographed jersey here. Yep.
Oh.
And but those are, there was quite the crossover there.
Hey, Pac-Man Jones had a lot of practice wrestling.
Easy.
Sorry.
Easy. That was good. I would expect that from the Peanut Gallery, not you, but that's okay.
Hey, man,
that's something Andrew would say.
Hey, we got our distance here.
I'm going to have some. I'm going to have some new shirts that I'm going to be having soon. That are, they're going to be bullisms.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
they're going
for
to be
the
bullism
bull.
for the bull.
Yeah.
We're going to start out with his latest creation, which is stealing hearts and blasting farts. His daddy lets him wear that. I don't know if his mama would let him wear that, but his daddy does. We'll take a break.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit MooneyInsurance.com. Times convenience stores are more than convenient. They're your neighborhood store, your store. With locations in Lincoln, Catawba, Gaston, Iredell, and Mecklenburg counties, there's one near you. Times convenience stores have the right items at the right price, from snacks, cold drinks, and light meals from the grill, and there's always a special to save you time and money. Times has what you need. Times convenience stores, there's one near you. Regardless of where you're going, there's one on your way. Remember, there's always time to stop by Times. Have you thought about when you would like to retire? One of your major assets is planning for retirement is time, and you lose a little of it each day. The longer you wait to start accumulating capital for retirement, the harder it's going to be. How should you plan for retirement? Start by calculating approximately how much capital you will need at retirement, then estimate how much you will have to put away each year. Finally, carefully choose the investments in which you will invest. Steve Nicholas can assist you. Call 4Rembert today at 828-624-7300. Steve Nicholas, member SIPC, and the New York Stock Exchange. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether it's a sit-down meal or a call-in for the drive-thru, Brookwood Cafe and Catering is the answer. A variety of meats, vegetables, and desserts cooked daily, or a hot sandwich from the grill, they have what you're looking for to satisfy your taste buds. If you need catering from 5 to 500, Brookwood has you covered as well. Stop by Brookwood Cafe and Catering at 202 Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Don't forget breakfast daily till 11 a.m. Open Tuesday 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wednesday through Saturday 6 a.m. till 8 p.m., and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call 828-428-8944 to place your order today.
Covenant Church began as a vision of just over 100 people in 1984. Since then, Covenant Church has grown and currently located at 2168 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln. The Sunday schedule includes early morning worship at 8:30, Sunday school at 9:45, and morning worship at 10:45. Their ministries extend beyond Sunday. Visit their website at www.covenantchurch.church to see all they have to offer, and better yet, stop by and see for yourself. Covenant Church may be just what you're looking for a new church home.
If you ask around, you'll find Burke Mortuary has a reputation for excellence and commitment to value. They've built a reputation of trust for more than 35 years. Burke Mortuary is proud to offer personal attention, meaningful tributes, and the area's most affordable prices. They're also proud to offer you beautiful, state-of-the-art facilities. It's the perfect place to honor your loved one. So when choosing a funeral home, the choice is easy. Choose Burke Mortuary with locations in Maiden and Newton.
In the best of times, no one is more deserving of every opportunity, encouragement, and support than the youth in our communities. Parents, teachers, coaches, and sponsors struggle to stretch their budgets to continue help. Communities need a team effort. Times Oil Corporation, a longtime member of the community, established the Times Educational Alliance Mission, or Team Foundation. Since 2011, over $125,000 in grants have been donated in the community. Times Oil and the Team Foundation are proud to be community partners.
All right, welcome back,
Like
Stephen.
getting down
Just
with.
for you, buddy. I want to make sure we change
Josh,
out that helmet.
and
Josh,
Josh.
and
And Josh,
Stephen.
yeah, they're
and
both-
Jason Moose. Make sure I change that out for you. I hope you like that better. Next break, I'll bring in something else.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling extremely nauseated.
I do what I can to make our fans happy. Want me to change that helmet, so I just want to make sure I got it done. That right there has been in battle. I've got a gold one, Josh, but it's not what you're thinking. It's not a Bandy's goal. It's actually, listen, Josh, get that crap out of there.
Exactly.
I've got a gold one that is as big as a 5-gallon bucket, and it played in the 2014 or 2016 state championship game for the Shelby Golden Lions. Yeah,
one of 500 they've been in.
Steven said never lost to them. How about that?
Yeah, he never did. He never did.
How about, can I tell y'all the teams I've never beat? Lincoln Pauly, good morning, sir.
Two shows.
You guys
Love
need to be nice. Bob said Big Ernie Ladd was a great defensive lineman for the Chargers, and he was. Jason Moose said he didn't either.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
There you go. All you winners, you.
Blue Devils.
I can't say that. I have only been to the playoffs one time, and that was as a coach. And I didn't deserve to be there then because I didn't win enough. It's just that they made everybody go.
What, was it Highland Tech?
Mm-hmm.
Did they? Oh, that's when they started that. Yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
And I had to go to Lakewood High School.
Down in the eastern part of the state.
Other side of Fayetteville.
Right? Yeah.
It's a 3.5 hour bus ride. Yeah.
Just stop and eat anywhere?
We stopped in Laurinburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have just gone to the beach.
Stopped in Laurinburg.
For the weekend.
You just don't. Thanks, Josh. Josh said you went to West. That's why.
Golly.
Well, that's kind of harsh.
Stewball's on it this morning.
It's kind of harsh. Kind of harsh this morning. And I had to fight to get us a bus. He wanted to send us on an activity bus and me drive.
What?
Yeah.
No.
That was my principal. He was a peach.
Yeah, let me tell you something, dude. I'd be like, that's fine. Activity bus, you can drive it. No, you're the coach. Let me tell you something. That's where people understand you don't have to do anything. And so you have to. No, I really don't.
I do it from a kid.
Yeah, I really don't have to do anything. Yeah. I think that's very important for people to keep in mind. Yeah, especially when that is insane. It's not about spending the money. It's an investment into the overall I'm not even going to go there this morning. Now you pull that back up. Now my blood pressure is really going up. I can actually see that.
Let me go to NBA or something?
Okay, look, I had my doctor's visit yesterday.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, everything's actually coming down.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get started on the wrong foot today.
I want you to be happy.
All right.
I want you to be calm.
All right.
I'll go to – how about Major League Baseball?
Yeah, it'll be all right. For now.
How about Chicago White Sox Lance Lynn ejected after tossing belt at umpires during foreign substance check? Is this going to be the entire story of baseball this year?
No, you got to have a narrative. You got to have interest. You got to sell commercials. I mean, dude, this is insane.
If you're a batter in Major League Baseball, do you really want a pitcher out there that doesn't have a little help to make sure he can throw that peel?
I want that thing to fit to his hand, and I say as much as possible. Yeah, enough where I can stand up there knowing that if I don't have a beef with him, yeah, he's going to try to get me out, but at least it's not going to slip. I mean, this is crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's insane.
Oh my God, Lincoln Pauly, I love you. Love you, Josh. Josh says he loves me now. Link said, my principal at Highland couldn't out-jump Kevin Joyce. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Or Warren Martin.
6 foot.
I'm sorry. 6
foot. He's 6'11" and couldn't out-jump a 6 foot guy. Yeah, you're right, Link. Thank you, Link. I'd forgotten about that. This whole foreign substance thing, it's always been in baseball. There's always been pushing the envelope, little help here and there.
Deflategate. They've been deflating footballs for, man, come on. It's all about the grip. I mean, again, basketball. Yeah, if you got more of grip on
the team plays with their own football, why can't they let them put them however they want it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I just don't.
I mean, it's amazing. College baseball never saw any home runs after they killed the bats and back. You know, all these Division I schools built these cathedrals. I mean, just amazing ballparks. 400 feet, 395, 410, and then everybody's hitting 290-foot fly balls. And then all of a sudden this year, balls are flying out of the park. Baseball's back. Come on, man.
They're messing with equipment.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Figure it out.
Does baseball come up with something that becomes the official accepted substance that pitchers are allowed to use?
They're going to have to at some point because the pitchers have to be able to hold on to the ball, and you just can't rub them up with, whether it be Mississippi mud or anything else and say, well, this is good enough. And you know what some people say? Well, high school kids throw with them. Let me tell you something. Not every high school kid throws 98, 99 miles an hour. That's where the issue comes in. If speed was not an issue, then there would be no substance issue.
Can I tell you a secret? With or without substance, with a pitcher throwing 100, okay, I would not step in the batter's box.
Exactly.
No amount of money make me step in the batter's box.
There is a difference between a ball coming in at 90 couple miles an hour and the sound it makes than one coming in at 87.
Different. It's no different than when we talk about the weather. There's a big difference between 93 and 98.
Laney,
it's 5 degrees.
No, you're
huge.
Right.
It's the same thing.
You're 100% right.
You think, well, it's just a small amount. How can it make that much difference?
I faced a guy named Brian Taylor. He was the first pick of the Yankees in the 91 draft. He went to East Carteret High School. Big, tall kids, about 6'4", 6'5", I think, left-handed. And he threw in the mid-90s as a junior in high school. And I was playing against him in the state games. I think he played for like Region 1 or 2, and, of course, we're Region 7 up here. And I stepped up to the plate, and I thought, man, this guy really doesn't throw that hard. That first pitch came in. Laney, I was standing there like this, and I stepped, and that ball went, and it hit the mitt, and I went. I turned around and looked at my coach, and he said, get in there and swing it. Next pitch, left-handed. I thought, dude, I didn't even see that come in. Next pitch, same thing. Step, pow, look back. Turned around and looked at him. I said, what just happened? I'm telling you, man, I think he was at like 92, 93, maybe 94 that day. Crazy.
Here, let me give
Thank
you.
God it's from the left side. It'd be like John Crook if I'd been a left-handed hitter.
I'll give you some stories here. Josh said, how about Freddie Freeman? He hit for the cycle. That must have been last night. And Josh said, I couldn't stand in the batter's box at practice facing Aaron Rembert. Jason Moose said, I grounded out against Kevin Millwood my junior year. There you go. At least you stepped in there and faced him.
Millwood pitched against us when I was a senior in playing Legion ball, Burke County. Kevin, I think. And I didn't know who. Nobody knew who. He's a freshman or whatever at the time, but maybe in 8th grade. I don't even remember. But he pitched against us, and I told Coach Swink that night, I said, I want the ball. I want to pitch. And Millwood hit 9th because the pitchers used to hit. Yeah. Now, we didn't have DH at that time. We still played National League rules at that time. And this is 1990. I get up there, and I'm already struggling. This dude comes up and hits one over the left field fence. Just smashes. It was him. I found out later who he was, because you just, when they're young, you don't know. Mm-hmm. But, he not only did he throw all 9 innings, but he hit a home run.
I saw this week. Bessemer City, I think they had it Sunday night. Bessemer City just started its first high school Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
City High School.
Wow.
Millwood went in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Kevin Mahaffey. Not Kevin.
Mike Mahaffey.
Mike Mahaffey.
Oh, yeah, the baseball coach. Yeah. He should have.
Long-time AD.
Now, they also have who was the boy that played for the Steelers? Was it Huntley that played at Bessemer City?
The only ones that I remembered was Philip Crosby.
Yeah, it may have been. He played at Tennessee.
He went to Tennessee,
yeah.
And then he played a little NFL.
Was it Richard Huntley that played?
They had 2 of them. They had 2 guys that were.
I think Huntley's old. And Coach Brown used to talk about what a great player he was.
They were, and great guys, too.
Yeah. Coach Brown used to talk about what a great player Richard Huntley was.
Those were great guys. They really were.
Good stuff.
Let me take a quick timeout because I got to get out here just a little bit early. I got to be on a radio show up in Baltimore at 9:00. Back in a moment.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit mooneyinsurance.com. Times convenience stores are more than convenient. They're your neighborhood store, your store. With locations in Lincoln, Catawba, Gaston, Iredell, and Mecklenburg counties, there's one near you. Times convenience stores have the right items at the right price, from snacks, cold drinks, and light meals from the grill, and there's always a special to save you time and money. Times has what you need. Times convenience stores, there's one near you. Regardless of where you're going, there's one on your way. Remember, there's always time to stop by Times. Have you thought about when you would like to retire? One of your major assets is planning for retirement is time, and you lose a little of it each day. The longer you wait to start accumulating capital for retirement, the harder it's going to be. How should you plan for retirement? Start by calculating approximately how much capital you will need at retirement, then estimate how much you will have to put away each year. Finally, carefully choose the investments in which you will invest. Stiefel Nicholas can assist you. Call Ford Rembert today at 828-624-7300. Stiefel Nicholas, member SIPC, and the New York Stock Exchange. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether it's a sit-down meal or a call-in for the drive-thru, Brookwood Cafe and Catering is the answer. A variety of meats, vegetables, and desserts cooked daily, or a hot sandwich from the grill, they have what you're looking for to satisfy your taste buds. If you need catering from 5 to 500, Brookwood has you covered as well. Stop by Brookwood Cafe and Catering at 202 Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Don't forget breakfast daily till 11 a.m. Open Tuesday 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wednesday through Saturday 6 a.m. till 8 p.m., and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call 828-428-8944 to place your order today.
Covenant Church began as a vision of just over 100 people in 1984. Since then, Covenant Church has grown and currently located at 2168 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln. The Sunday schedule includes early morning worship at 8:30, Sunday school at 9:45, and morning worship at 10:45. Their ministries extend beyond Sunday. Visit their website at www.covenantchurch.church to see all they have to offer, and better yet, stop by and see for yourself. Covenant Church may be just what you're looking for a new church home.
If you ask around, you'll find Burke Mortuary has a reputation for excellence and commitment to value. They've built a reputation of trust for more than 35 years. Burke Mortuary is proud to offer personal attention, meaningful tributes, and the area's most affordable prices. They're also proud to offer you beautiful, state-of-the-art facilities. It's the perfect place to honor your loved one. So when choosing a funeral home, the choice is easy. Choose Burke Mortuary with locations in Maiden and Newton.
In the best of times, no one is more deserving of every opportunity, encouragement, and support than the youth in our communities. Parents, teachers, coaches, and sponsors struggle to stretch their budgets to continue help. Communities need a team effort. Times Oil Corporation, a longtime member of the community, established the Times Educational Alliance Mission, or Team Foundation. Since 2011, over $125,000 in grants have been donated in the community. Times Oil and the Team Foundation are proud to be community partners.
And welcome back. The other player we were trying to think of from Bessemer City, they were in the backfield together, was Philip Crosby and Harry Floyd.
Right.
And I can't remember where Harry Floyd went to college. But Philip Crosby was an undrafted free agent, but Harry Floyd was another 1,000-yard back at Bessemer City.
And Steven said about Hunt when he was a Monroe guy.
Yeah.
I totally, Yeah, he's a Monroe guy. I just remember Coach Brown talking about how good a player he was.
Now, Josh, what you said best baseball field ever played?
Talking
on?
about Best Mercedes.
Best Mercedes.
Yeah, you could go out there and lay down on the grass and it feel like you're on the Tempur-Pedic.
Mahaffey did.
Well, it's
Mahaffey
incredible.
did a
I mean,
great
they
job.
had that chicken farm, and I'm being serious, right there. You know, just not even a mile down the road. And I used to talk to Coach Mahaffey all the time. I'm gonna tell you something. That guy was great. He still is, but I'm saying as a coach, he was great.
When I was at Highland and
Love
they
that
were
guy.
in the conference, and we were in the conference with them.
Yeah.
His wife, and I cannot think of her last name. She was our conference secretary.
Okay.
And she did a great job
Yeah.
keeping up with stuff.
He's so, you know, Coach Mahaffey's such a great, like, not only just baseball guy, but a great guy for high school athletics.
Yes.
He was the AD there, for many years, and
Yep.
And you know, I was a very, very young coach, and they were when we got in their conference, and he was really good. He's just a great guy.
Yep.
Very friendly. She's like Marty Curtis at Bunker Hill. You won't find two better, individuals. Henry Jones at Cherryville.
Worked for Marty.
Guy Suttle at Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
There were some really good. Chris White at Chase. There's some great people. Bobby Martin at Lincolnton.
Always hated,
man.
Always hated going to
Chase.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Never liked it. Never liked it. Felt like you took forever to get there.
And it really wasn't that far, but it felt like it. Yeah.
Anytime I have to go through the Shelby area, it's like the other side of the world.
Cringe when you go
and
through
we had two radio stations up there at one time. Yeah. I despised to go there. And sometimes it was easier to go through Gastonia.
Right.
And 85 and 74 than to go through Cherryville and up
true.
50.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. Yeah. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
We do have NFL football coming up this week.
Yep.
Saturday it is the Ravens and the Panthers are having they're having the combination practice that's going on. One of the guys I want to talk about this morning is J.C. Horn, Joe Horn's son.
Oh yeah,
J.C. He's starting at corner. Came out of South Carolina. He was in a little scuffle already this week with the Ravens. I don't know if the Ravens are the team that you want to get into a scuffle like they were in days of old, but when Ray Lewis was around, you didn't want to get in a scuffle with the Ravens.
No, you pretty much just did your job
Ravens
and didn't worry about what they were
pretty
doing.
Tough.
Yeah.
They were pretty tough.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy says, and I think you take it one step further, good chance Dak Prescott won't play in the preseason. I don't think you see much of Dak Prescott in the season. There's more to that than they're telling than what's going on.
What have I talked to you about with the guys that get injured? What about Carson Wentz? All I've heard from people, and that's fine. Everybody has their opinion. I'm not downplaying it. But all I've heard from people is, especially Philadelphia fans, when Carson Wentz got hurt the year they won the Super Bowl, he's the one that got us there. He's the one that got us there. I don't know how you can say that.
But you got to finish.
And I'm not I'm not down on him. What I'm saying is he's injured. He's injury prone. There's all this hype about what they can do, but the difference between can do and actually going out and doing are two different things. That's like you got a great athlete over here that's really fast and has all the intangibles, but doesn't know where to go or can't make a call on what to do. What good is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like having a Ferrari with no gas in it, okay?
I agree.
And this whole thing, it's just one story and saga after another, and I don't blame Dak for getting hurt. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for all the hype and for all the, wow, he can do that, and not just him. I'm talking about third person, him. He can do this, she can do that, da-da-da-da-da, but you got to go out and do it.
Well, the biggest thing is usually when a player – starts that trend, and it doesn't even have to be major injuries.
Right,
it's the nagging ones that keep you out. I'm sorry, I just never and I didn't get to the NFL level, but I never understood. Hammy's a little tight. I'm just not feeling tonight. The hammy's a little tight.
Dak's I think people. He seems to be a great guy, right? So does Carson Wentz. I mean, his wife did so many things for Philadelphia. For the city and helping people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's so much hype about the style versus the substance. That is my whole issue with all of this glamour and that's fine if you want to do that. Just be able to back it up with something of substance. If you don't, you lose your credibility.
You know,
you lose it right then.
Josh brings a good point up, says just like Cam Newton. You know, they were talking about it yesterday in the preseason game. He's a shell of who he was. And the things that made him the spectacular quarterback, he can't do anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, he's getting older.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
and people, you know, like, you know, and not that they're down on him, but I mean, as your body matures and you get older,
and breaks down,
it will break down.
Yeah. No.
I mean, obviously.
No, I agree. 100%.
And again, I'm not talking about downplaying the person. What I'm saying is the expectation that, you know, that is put on them through trying, you know, for people trying to sell their Twitter ads or, you know, commercials or pages in the book instead of telling the truth and moving on with it.
Nope.
That's where the whole problem is. And that's why you got guys like me or people like me that are like, you know, do I really want to watch this? Do I? You're building this up over here. It has completely no validity to it. But yet it's all about, the hype. And I have no problem with the hype part. Just I need a little bit of delivery on the back end of the hype.
Need a little meat to it.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I
mean, you know.
Emmy, good morning.
That's
Carrie,
all.
good morning.
That's all. Style versus substance. Can't get off of it.
I just, you know, I just don't understand a lot of it. And the once nagging injuries start, it's hard to get rid of them. Even if you've had an off season, I don't care what it is, your body's telling you something. I'm trying to think who's the other one that's been injured more than he played besides Carson Wentz. There's another quarterback out there, and the name escapes me at the moment. So I'm anxious to see what happens. And you know, you go back and you look at the quarterbacks that have had longevity. Mm-hmm. It's because they've been able to be healthy. Now, Aaron Rodgers is a little bit different. You know, he's broke a collarbone twice. I mean,
that was what guys go bring up. Yeah,
and then you go back and
Tony
you
Romo.
look at Romo's another one. And why can't I think of our linebacker from the Panthers, 3 ACLs?
Oh, Davis.
Yeah, Thomas Davis.
Yeah,
and then after 3 ACLs, and they held on to him, and then he had a spectacular career.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes maybe it's the ability to have that kind of catastrophic injury,
That's
and you
what
get
I
it
was gonna say.
fixed.
Yep.
More so than just the nagging twinge.
You know why, Lanny? Because when you have a catastrophic injury, I have ACLs too. Okay, and I remember the first one I had. I thought, oh gosh, I am human, and I'm not going to be able to play forever. So the comeback is even more diligent, more focused, and you get back out there, and and then of course it happens again. But the point is that's your first realization on a devastating injury like that. That wait a minute. I'm really not going to play forever. I better do this while I can do it. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times it gives you that focal vision you need to train like you need to and get mentally focused on things. Mm-hmm.
No,
and I don't wish that on anybody. I'm saying that's a kind of like a like a cause of it. Like I don't know if byproduct's the right word, but that's that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But those games coming up this week. There is a game tonight.
JV, you're right. It's Maiden at Fred T. Ford.
Maiden at Fred T. Ford.
You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
And the Patriots at Philadelphia. And if you want to see any type of decent preseason football, that is, those two words should not collide in the same sentence, but if you want to see any type of decent preseason football in the NFL, you better catch it this week because next week will be the kids trying to make the cut.
It's over, right? Yeah, I got you.
But New England, Philadelphia, it's on the NFL Network at 7:30.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, I won't see any of it because I'm going to do high school football. Kansas City at Arizona, Cincinnati at Washington. Saturday is Buffalo, Chicago, New York, Green Bay, Atlanta, Miami, Baltimore, Carolina, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, Houston, Dallas, Indianapolis, Minnesota, the Raiders and the Vikings. I'm sorry, the Raiders and the Chargers. It's the Colts at the Vikings, and Denver at Seattle. And there's even 2 Sunday games, which I'm a little surprised.
Yep.
The Giants and Cleveland, and then the Niners and the Chargers, and then
Monday?
Jacksonville and New Orleans on Monday night.
Is there Monday game? Okay.
So there's some preseason. Maiden goes to Maiden's at home.
We're home against the Mighty Tigers of Fred T. Ford. 7:30 tonight as well. instead of 7 o'clock.
7:30.
7:30 at Fred T. Ford. And, high school football's starting up. It's an exciting time. I mean, conference rivals are going at it tonight. Not as I'm talking about ones that are in our conference. They're starting this week. It's exciting. I feel good about football in general in the area. People talk about numbers down. They don't have this and don't have that. Lenny, there's a buzz in there with football, and I'm glad to see it.
It's very simple.
Glad to see it.
Do not complain about what you don't have. Be thankful for what you do have.
Amen.
Scott Cloninger, good morning.
Yeah, Coach Cloninger, great
Josh, tune in tomorrow. I'll have another helmet up there, and the only hint that I'll give you, Scott Cloninger will like it a lot. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.